Alrighty. Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner Classic Last Known Classics. This is episode number 2151, Doubleshot number 2045. Now, both these two trades feature beautiful women. This first one is from Archie. You're thinking, Archie? Wait, how is that possible? Well, Archie. You never discussed Archie before. Well, the thing with Archie is, this is also the company that, the company published the Archie comic books, basically. We have Archie in a place called Riverdale, which is based in California. That's where the series is mostly based. My dad has visited the real life Riverdale, which actually is in New York, by the way. This book stars, get this, the two beautiful women in love with Archie. So you're thinking, is Archie starring a harem? Well, this is back in the 50s, so yeah, these two have one thing in common. They both love Richie. Archie Cunningham is actually not in this book. Not really. Jughead's here. He pops a few times. Now, this book here, we have Betty and Veronica. Yep. This is the first trade they collect their series, per se. This book collects the first 3 issues, written and drawn by Adam Hughs. The story for this one is that these two love to get into fights. The fight over this one is over the fact that their favorite, I think it's like juice shop, gets bought out by a coffee joint. I'm sure coffee shops do sell juice too, but apparently, who drinks coffee? Now, of course, this is from the style of the reboot continuity for Archie comics. Yeah, this happened around 2012, I think it was. And I remember, I think it was Mark Waid and Fiona Staples did this, so they just rebooted Archie, brought in the modern day, and there's stuff about, they're still basically, they still have these two ladies, and it still has the comedy, from what I heard. Now, this is the first thing I've read from Archie, because I ain't very familiar with Archie, but I've never read any of the comics before. Nope, I haven't. But this book is really good. Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed this book. This book shockingly will collect the first 3 issues. Yep. Yeah, of course, Jughead himself. Yeah, he's here just to advertise his own solo book. Yeah, Jughead gets a book. And here's the thing. Guess who writes that book? Chip Zdarsky. Have I read it? Nope. I have not. Have I read anything from the Archie line before? Kind of, yes. I read a little bit of The Shield. Yeah, the character whose actual body was also used briefly for Captain America's shield before he switched to a circular shield. I heard first was due to legal reasons. Another reason I heard was because Stan Lee is actually a friend of the creator of the shield. Well, he was, anyways. Both guys since passed away. Next up from Marvel Comics, we have The Variants, written by Gail Simone. And this is the most recent book that she's done for Marvel, because in the last decade, all she's done for Marvel is the short-lived Domino series, which lasted 10 issues, a Fallout miniseries, and this. That's it. That's all she's done for Marvel. And what is she doing nowadays? A big name to her. Let's see. Is she working at Dynamite right now? Not currently, no. What about DC? No, not DC. She's not working at DC right now. I'm not sure where she's working now. Now, The Variants itself. Now, this book I was reading, I remember wait, isn't there a character missing for this book? Is some pages? Yeah, there kind of is some pages missing here. The Variants, if you know what this miniseries is, they say a Jessica Jones mystery. It's basically Jessica Jones' version of the Spider-Verse. Her meeting alternate version of herself, who all don't marry Luke Cage. One marries Daredevil, one marries Doctor Strange. See, these people, one called, now she's called Jessica Jones Prime because she's from the regular 616 universe. We have versions of Jewel, Nitrous. If you're curious about Nitrous was one of her many aliases she had assumed before stopped being a superhero and became a private investigator. Jewel was the most noteworthy one people know of for her. And I remember there was one character that was included in this miniseries that this trade cut for some reason. Yeah, believe it or not, there was a version of Jessica Jones was Captain Marvel. Yes, for some reason they cut this. Also, first thing here where she's the Vision. And by the way, what's the first thing she does when she sees another version of herself? Fights herself. Yep. Also, there's a version of Jessica Jones that ends up kissing Tigress. And she also kissing Daredevil. Yeah, because when it was actually married to Daredevil. Yeah, it's a very odd series. It's like Jessica Jones fighting herself. By the way, the artwork of this miniseries is done by Phil Noto. Yep. And you're thinking, Gail Simone, Phil Noto. That seems like a very interesting combination. Did it turn out really good? Yes. Yes, it did. I first heard about this series like, interesting. And I heard, it focused on Jessica Jones. Interesting. This is actually, I think it's the first book they've had for her since that digital first book, with Jessica Jones' Purple Darter miniseries. But this actually is really good. This one, 9.5 out of 10. Betty Veronica, I'll give that a 9. Oh, by the way, let's show some artwork in here by Phil Noto. Yeah, and also She-Hulk is here too. Yeah. And for some reason, despite the fact that this book came out, came out last year. They, for some reason, have her depicted here in their Fantastic Four costume. Excuse me. Despite the fact, at the time this book was released last year, she had a solo book. So, why the heck is she here in this outfit? I have no idea. They also have it where apparently Hammerhead threatens a coffee shop Jessica Jones frequents. Like, her going to a coffee shop is better than her going to a bar. It's perfectly fine. I think Gail Simone does an absolute really good job with this particular book. It's surprising this book didn't last a little bit longer, and yeah, you read this book and you read the original issue of the camp, it seems as though they did cut some pages. Yes, like I mentioned, the Captain Marvel, Jessica Jones. Any page featuring her is completely cut out of this trade for some reason. Yeah, I have no idea why. Now, you might be curious about, like I mentioned, 9.5 out of 10. Have I counted any Marvel trade that has done this before, where when the thing comes on trade and it's missing pages? This actually is the first one I've seen come across like this. I have seen 2 trades in DC do this. One was the Batman Volume 2 City of Owls, which that missed an entire page of issue 8 for some reason. I don't know why. The other one was Titan's Hunt. Yeah, Titan's Hunt missed a few pages. Like, the best example I can give is basically when Dick Grayson put his Nightwing costume on again. First time at that point, first time in 2 years. And when the book was originally released, it was a big moment for the book. And if you didn't read it when the book came out, the trade was a good place to read it. You get to the trade like, wait, why is Dick Grayson in his Nightwing costume? The reason why that was because Dick Grayson went back on at the end of one of the issues, which they removed from the trade for some reason. This one, it seems like any page that featured the Captain Marvel, Jessica Jones, all cut. Yeah, anything featuring that one. I'm not sure if it was an editorial thing or something else. I'm not really sure. But I did enjoy this miniseries. And by the way, this book was actually really cheap when I got Barnes & Noble. If you're curious, how much was the variance? $15.99. And you're thinking, really? For a Jessica Jones book? Well, she's not one of the big characters at Marvel, but my only guess is the reason why they give her miniseries because she does have a fan base, and people love Jessica Jones, so I guess Marvel like, why not? Now, of course, she hasn't had an ongoing series since Veronica Bendis left Marvel Comics. Yet this is only technically her 3rd series she had for herself. Because first she had her original series, Alias, which was very quickly acclaimed, and I personally reviewed most of the series except for Last Trade. There was also The Pulse, which was shorter than Alias for some reason. If you're curious about Alias, that was roughly 28 issues. The Pulse was 14 issues and a special, which dealt House of M. And the last Jessica Jones book, that lasted for 12 issues. And that was one of the last book Bendis wrote for Marvel. Then he had Digital First Jessica Jones Purple Daughter miniseries. That was, I think, was 5 issues. And he had this book. So, if you're curious, what did my full review for Jessica Jones? Well, her 3rd ongoing series, this book, and most of her original book. I still got one more trade left to go for the Alias book. And The Pulse, the only thing I have reviewed for that is stuff related to House of M. Yep. But yeah, that's particular view. Next up is going to be My Hero Academia. Okay, next view. Bye.